Night, and that must mean it's time for the Rob and Kristen live on Monday night. Uh,
Always.
we're a couple minutes late because while we know technical is always fun, and that just seems to be our thing. Hey, listen, if you could share this with your friends, your family, loved ones, groups that you're a part of, anything like that. We'd love to hear from you. Tonight, we've got a special guest. Megan DeVito is with us. I'm going to, of course, ask her if she's related to Danny DeVito at some point in the conversation. That's like my first thing. I've already thought of that, and I'm super excited about the possibility of her being related to Danny DeVito.
I'm just curious as to how this conversation is going to go, and at
Just gonna
what
straight out and
point.
ask. Yeah, no, straight out and
What
ask. You
point you're
related to
gonna.
Danny DeVito? And if you are, can you get him an autograph, something for me? I don't know what it is.
Well, I know you, and usually when you straight out ask something, it's usually you have something going in your head before you actually ask. So,
Yes. Oh, totally. Hey,
hey,
listen.
if you
Yes.
are here with us on Facebook, please make sure that you drop a comment so we can see that you're here, because as always, we do not have any way of knowing if you are here unless you say hi. So let us know that you're here. If you're watching it on a replay, make sure that you let us know anyway that you're watching it on a replay. And don't forget a couple of really important things. Make sure that you tune in Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, to watch all new episodes of The Rob and Kristen Show. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night. I promise you, you're not going to want to miss it. So, and you will have to tune in to know why I'm saying that. So, we have some great top fives and some fun video from our vacation.
Yes.
Hey, Alan, how are you? So we have some really, it's going to be fun. So the other thing too is if you are here on Facebook and watching us, and you're not watching the Abundant Television Network, it's not the same as what we do on Facebook Live. So make sure that you go and you download us on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, or I've got a kitty joining us too. Apple TV, or go to your app store and download us onto your phone for free. See the little orange triangle or the little black triangle right there? That's
There we
Abundant
go.
TV. So you can download that, and we have another kitty that is going to be in the video.
How did he get in?
Cash. Cash opened up the door and he let him in. So Taz joined us. This is my kitty. He joined us last week on our Facebook Live. And
Yes.
so this week I thought I am going to put him in the garage and I am going to close the door. But my big cat Cash decided he was going to open the door and let himself back in the house and let Taz in the house too. And so now I have two kitties wanting to be a part of this. So, hey, Michael.
Hey, I'm going to be right back, okay?
All right. So once again, make sure that if you're not watching Abundant TV, you can download us on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, or go to your mobile device's app store and download our app. It is free, and then you can watch us wherever you go. Also, if you can, subscribe to our YouTube channel. I don't know if we've kept up on that this summer, but we do have a lot of things that we're going to be adding to the YouTube channel. We've got some great new shows coming on Abundant TV this fall. I know we're already in fall, but we still have some great shows. And we also have some really fun things to talk about tonight on this Facebook Live. And also, I I'm just one of the things that I would like to know from you, if you are watching us, please, once again, make sure that you are sharing this. I want to know where you are from. And so drop us a comment here on Facebook and let us know that you're watching and where you're watching from. So, and some of the shows that we have, if you haven't noticed, we have a new fitness show, Shaped by Faith, and that is on every morning. At 9 o'clock, I think, 9 a.m. Eastern, and every evening at 6 p.m. Eastern. And I have a kitty here, Rob. So I don't know where you're at if you're still sharing, but I have a kitty that I might need to disappear for a minute.
I can do that. I'll do that. And then we got to bring Megan on, but I'm going to do that really quick. Hey, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Hey, Michael, good to see you. And we are excited. Kristen is exited stage left even, so she can take a kitty out. And he's going to get a chance to be back in just a minute. And we are excited. Watching from New Hampshire. Thank you, Alan. Hey, it is good to see you. Hey, remember, the easiest way to watch us is, of course, on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV. Those are the best way to find Abundant TV. It is super easy. You can do it. We want to thank you, each and every one of you, for making Abundant TV one of the fastest growing Christian network and one of the top 10 now Christian television apps. And my wife is back. You ready?
I am.
Okay, now I'm going to figure this out because I am going to bring Megan back, but I'm going to bring Megan in. Megan DeVito is a coach, and she has an amazing new show that debuts actually coming up October 28th. It's a Saturday. It's going to be right on after our show on Abundant TV, and I'm going to see if I do that. Well, we get rid of that. We want to give her a little more space. There we go.
Hey, Megan.
Hey, Megan. Thank you for having me. It's an honor and a privilege. So
well, you're only our second guest, so we'll see how this goes tonight.
Well, I hope I don't blow it out. Like, I hope I don't screw anything up.
Well, the last one was terrible because the internet just died on us. Like, it was terrible.
It seems like it happens all of the time now. We never had this internet problem, and now we seem to have internet problems all the time. So
everyone's connected 24/7. That's why.
Yeah. That's it. So Megan, tell everybody. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, tell everybody a little bit about yourself first, but so that everybody knows a little bit about Megan.
Yeah, so a little bit about me. My name is Megan DeVito. No relation to Danny, if there's any questions regarding that. I'm located in the Jersey Shore, where actually Danny DeVito did go to high school here, but there's no relation. I am married to my best friend, and I'm a mom of 2 teenagers. So I say I'm parenting with grace. And I have an incredible opportunity to come alongside Christian women and men and be a coach for them. So that's what I do.
That's really awesome. So, Megan, I had the opportunity to, I guess, bump into you in a podcasting group here on Facebook. And I really loved the concept of what your podcast was about. And so, can you give people a little bit of an idea about what the name of your show is that's going to be on Abundant TV and what the show is going to be about?
Thank you. And it was such a divine connection that we met. And the show, the name of the show is going to be Boundaries with Megan, but I'm running a series right now called In Our Mess, God is Never Confused. And the reason why I started this is I said to God, I never wanted to have a podcast. I just wanted to be a guest on podcast. And over this past summer, I was interviewed with somebody who was a non-Christian, and she was interviewing me, and she was doing a fabulous job asking me some hard questions that no one in my circle of church or any Christians that had ever asked me. And I respected that. And I said, I got off the podcast and I needed some time just to have like some carbs and a blanket and get with my emotions. And then I said, as Christians, why are we asking each other hard questions? Because for me, I want to know how God got you through it and what tools did you use during that season to give other people hope? So that's where the show has come from. So God said, no, I don't want you hosting a podcast. You're going to be hosting a TV show. So here we are.
Well, isn't that interesting how God works that way? You know, sometimes I think we have our own plans and God says, well, hang on a second, step aside and let me do what I want to do and not what you think you should do, right?
Right, yeah. And the opportunity to get one-on-one with people who have a voice and they
Mhm.
want to be heard and they just want to glorify what the Lord has done in the messiest seasons of their life. And people don't know, but I'm the one that's being blessed by being able to interview them.
So tell me when you started it as course as a podcast, what made you decide to do a podcast to start with, and how did this all come about?
Yeah, so it was really getting together one-on-one with my clients, hearing about life experiences and coming alongside of them and seeing how God has just transformed them in like 4, 6 months, 12 months. And like I said, I was interviewed back in maybe just August and on a podcast. And the host asked me some questions. And I said, you know what? We have a platform. God has blessed us with a platform of social media. And if I can get people to share their experience, strength, and hope out there, well, you know what? I'm going to do it because people have a voice. And, we're sitting in church on Saturday nights or Sunday mornings, and there's a person next to us and they're hurting. And we don't know that if they don't know if we went through the same exact journey as them, right? Because we're not communicating, right? And that's no fault to anybody, but it's just that vulnerability piece that I love that this platform has given myself and other people who want to share their experience, that people could connect with them and have that hope.
I think it's so often that people go through things, especially people in the church. They go through different things and maybe they don't want to talk about it because they think they're the only
Yeah.
ones and they don't want to
Mhm.
feel singled out for one reason or another. So they just don't talk about it. But in reality, if people would start talking about their experiences, like what you're doing with your show and your podcast, if people would start talking about that, I think that we would find that more people can relate to what we're going through and we can help somebody that's going through something that we've gone through more than what we even know. And
Yeah.
instead of people getting their information or advice outside the church from
Mhm.
non-Christians, maybe that would be a better opportunity.
Absolutely. Last year we went through a very hard season, my family and I remember going like having these feelings and go, what do I do with these? How, I went to my pastor at the time and I said, how do I navigate this? But what I was looking for is somebody that went through that same exact season so they could come alongside. We could say all day long, I'll pray for you, right? We could
Right?
say that, right? And we can, and we need to, right? But when you have somebody that knows what the pain is that you went through, that's where God, God blesses that connection so much and helps people heal in that. Mhm.
That's awesome.
So tell us a little bit. Everybody will, of course, want to know about your family. Tell us. You mentioned you guys went through a hard season, but give everybody. I know you're married, so give us a rundown of your family.
So, oh gosh, I could. Do you want my family. So just a rundown real quick. And the reason why the program that I'm running is called Boundaries with Megan is because I had to learn how to put really, really strong, hard boundaries in place. I'm a mom, like I said, I'm a wife, but 17 years ago, I had to detach myself from my birth parents and a twin because of toxic relationships. And I had to break that generational cycle for my children. So that's something that I'm very passionate about speaking about, because in the church, people are like, how do you do that? Right. And it's like, well, you know what? I had to do it. So I'm experiencing that. So my family and I, it really is, we have an amazing church family. I have great friends, but it's my husband and my kids, and we really don't have external families because we had to put our boundaries up with a toxic family. Last year my father-in-law passed, and after that, it just, we are still healing from that, and grief is something that I'm sure a lot of us have been through, and it's a messy season as well. So my family is really just myself and my kids and my friends and my church community.
Which is awesome. You got to have, that's the one thing, as a pastor's kid, I always say you need to plug into your local church, because sometimes they can be just like a family. They can be your family in that time. I want to ask a question, because you talked about that, and going through that process of having to disconnect. I'm
Mhm.
sure it was almost like a time of mourning then
Mm.
for
Yeah,
you.
it was. There was a lot of misunderstanding between my husband and I at that time. Um, Loretta said something. There's a lot of misunderstanding between my husband and because he was healthy coming into he was the healthy one, and I was enmeshed in this dysfunctional, toxic behavior. So when I started to put those boundaries in place and draw the line in the sand and say, you know what, I want healthy for my children. There was a huge grieving process, Rob, but with everything else, there's acceptance. And when you hear from God and you know that the spirit is within you, and he has told me time and time again to just keep going with what I'm doing, then, I know that everything's validated.
So, what piece of advice would you give to somebody watching who may be going through something similar to what you went through, or maybe are separated from their family either by choice or not by choice? What piece of advice would you give to them?
I think that's a good question, Kristen. And if someone is going through this, I just give you permission just to go through it. And it's like I ask you to take that permission that you need to have all those feelings. And if you're not aligned with what is happening, put those boundaries in place. And I was so weak in putting boundaries. I needed help. I needed outside support. I needed Christians pouring into me to help me put my boundaries in place, and also learn how to walk again, almost emotionally, without being detached, from detaching with my family. And if other people are going through it, or they're detached, I look to God for boundaries. And I go to the Bible when it comes to boundaries, and I honor what God has to say with boundaries. And if people violate my boundaries and there's toxic dysfunction, well, I'm sorry, then they're not part of my life. I hate to say that, but it's true. I
So,
hope
And
that
that's,
answered your question. I'm sorry.
no, you did. And it's tough, because it's a great topic, because I think all of us, especially, like, I'm a people pleaser, so boundaries sometimes are really tough for me. My wife's giggling because she knows I'm like, oh, and I have a really hard time with boundaries at times.
People pleaser, but like I'm a recovery people pleaser, and early age, and I'll get into this with my story, but I was active in alcoholism at the age of 15, and I got sober at 25, and that's when I had to pull away, right? But the people pleasing, I remember, Rob, so vividly, that I drank as a young child because I was taken on the emotions of unhealthy parents,
Mm.
and because I couldn't make them better. Right. I couldn't do it. And so that toxic relationship and behavior and all the substance and everything, talk about people pleasing, that's an addiction in itself. It really can be.
well, I run into that a lot with my law practice, with people, especially children, caught in the middle of a dysfunctional
Mm,
situation, and they really do seek to please. And I think with a lot of people, it does become very hard. And sounds like you and Rob have that same. Hey, I just want everybody to be happy. I'm not so much that way, and it's just I think a lot of it is
mm,
because of what I do for a living, being an attorney, and I'm like, I know that I can't make everybody happy, so I don't try. It's I know what I need to do, and I think that that's what you're talking about, boundaries, and I think that that is a boundary everybody needs to have in their life. Is it's not your responsibility to make anybody else happy. You're not responsible for their happiness or their success or their failures.
Yeah.
You're responsible for you, and you answer to God and God alone. So not even your spouse. Sorry,
Yeah.
Rob.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kristen, you have great boundaries. I mean, you're a pro, right? Like you did your heavy lifting. You're seasoned in this. I love it.
Well, she tried to tell me when we first got when we were dating even that I don't know how to do it. And I really don't. I want everybody to be happy. I'm like the guy over there that's, like, oh, I want you to be happy. I want everybody. I think that's the only child in me. You want everybody to be happy with you because you're the only child and you're like very much the center of attention. I'm like, here, woohoo, look at me. I'm here. I want everybody to love me. It's Rob.
And I want to love everyone else too, right? And my
Yes.
expense.
Yes.
So good.
So Megan, if somebody has a story that they want to tell, that they think after hearing this that they think would be a good fit for your show, how do they get in contact with you?
Yeah, I would love that. And Kristen, thank you for asking that. I welcome emails in my inbox because I want to hear how God is getting you through this. And I could also pray for you. So it would be so important to me. Coach Megan DeVito, Coach Megan DeVito at gmail.com. And I'm Megan with an H. And you can also go to my website, helpwithboundaries.com. And then there's on the top of the website, you could book a free session with me. There's this, we'll get one-on-one on a video call, and I'd love to hear your story. So whatever works best for them.
Awesome.
Hey, and what's the website?
Helpwithboundaries.com or megandevito.com. But I do have an H in my name, and then there's another Megan DeVito without an H. So so we got to be careful with that. But megandevito.com.
It's been so much fun. And so be watching starting on October 28th, brand new show, Boundaries with Coach Megan. Or what? No, we didn't call it Coach Megan, did we? We're just Megan. Or did we?
I thought we did, Coach Megan. I'm not sure. Either way.
It's one of those. Anyway, coming, it'll be following our show every Saturday morning, 10 o'clock. And it's really good because it gets a chance for you to kind of, get your weekend off to a right start. It's something I need to learn is boundaries, and I'm not good at it because I want everybody to like me. But I'm going to start watching Coach Megan, and maybe I'll have boundaries, or maybe I won't. What do you think? Should I have boundaries? Would you like me if I had boundaries?
I'd love boundaries. I don't know, Kristen, what do you think? Would you love your husband if you had boundaries?
I'm thinking that question in and of itself means he has no boundaries.
No boundaries. Okay. Let me ask this one question before we go on with the rest of the program is how do you start to create boundaries then?
That's a good question. It really is doing a personal inventory first. Where are you lacking? And you know where you're lacking. And sometimes we're in denial, right? It would be like going to the doctor and them asking how many alcoholic beverages you have each week. And you put 3 to 5 and you're having 25, right? It's that it's that inventory, the heart work. So then what boundaries are you lacking? And then it's okay, baby steps, because we can't go ahead and start full force running for a marathon on boundaries. It's practicing the no's. It's practicing what is it that Rob wants and speaking up for Rob and being aligned with what the Lord tells you. And I have to say this too, it's eliminating and starving distraction so you can hear from the Lord. And that's the number one boundary to put in place in the beginning.
That's awesome.
I think that's super cool. Give them the website one more time.
Helpwithboundaries.com or megandevito.com.
Those were
Megan
both
with
awesome.
an H.
Thank you.
With an H. And not related to Danny.
Unfortunately, no, I'm sorry.
Man, I was hoping to like get something autographed. I thought maybe he was like an uncle or something. Tell your husband to just start making that up. That he really is related to
If he
Daniel
had
DeVito.
$1 for everyone that asked him that, wow, we would be
Well,
really
there's what
good.
you do. You start charging $1. How is I can get you an autograph for $1, and you start practicing. It's not right, and I'm joking, people. It was not serious. I wouldn't do that. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't have boundaries, so I don't know. Thank you so much, Megan, for being a part of tonight, and we appreciate you so very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Robin. Thank you to the audience. And there's some comments there, so I will check on them. And then I'm just thankful for everyone that was commenting. So
Awesome. Thank you so much.
And don't forget, everybody, make sure that you tune in on to Abundant TV on Saturday, October 28th. Is that correct? At 10 o'clock a.m. for Megan's new show, Boundaries.
Okay, I'm going through some of these to get them back up, so we're back enjoying tonight's show. Thank you.
And I want to say hi to everybody. We haven't been saying hi to people as they popped on because we were talking to Megan, but love to know where you're watching from. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Herb. Donna. Loretta. Michael, I think I said hi to you.
I said hi to Michael. Yep.
So Michael and I, this is a shameless plug. Michael and I are going to be doing a concert together coming up in about a month, and up in Michigan. It's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yes, Tracy, I agree. Megan did an awesome job. She was awesome. Fun. We'll have to have her back on, talk about my boundaries.
Or lack of them.
Lack thereof. Yes, I know. Oh, so yes. Hey, listen, we want to ask you something. I'm going to go find it. We have done a new podcast. We are back in the flow of things, and we are doing podcasts. And Kristen would love for you to go listen because she does most of the teaching. I just happen to be there because, well, it's we call it the Abundant Show. It's our new podcast, and well, it's not new. It's our second season.
It's our second season. Mm-hmm.
But it's a new season of our podcast. How about that?
How are things in Harrison, Arkansas? And we have Idaho. I know we've got Michigan. A couple people in Michigan. Of course, Ms. Vicky there in North Carolina.
Yes.
So how is the weather from wherever you are at? We are in full swing of fall here. Like,
that's why I'm wearing a hoodie.
Fall, yeah, full swing. So Alabama. Yeah, so we are like the leaves are falling. It is now cool outside. Rob's doing this thing locally where he does the weather like every single day. So if you're not checking it out, just, we usually share it on our page. Well, my page, I usually do once a day. Cold and raining. Seems like it. But yeah, it's fall. And so one of the things that I would like to do, and I don't know if we'll have time to or not, I would love to go apple picking. So what do you like to do during the fall? Do you enjoy raking leaves? Do you have leaves to rake? Do you like to go apple picking? Do you have bonfires? Do you carve pumpkins? I don't know. What does everybody do? Make apple pies, or do you do just nothing? I think last week I asked if anybody was decorating their house for fall.
We have had some local apple cider. And that's been great. In fact, Lily Creek Farms, which is in Napoleon, Ohio, a quick plug for them. They do amazing work with children with disabilities, and it's amazing stuff with horses and stuff like that. So we got some apple cider from there. It was fantastic, and we even had the cinnamon sticks in it, and we put in some Ghirardelli's caramel. I highly recommend that.
Yeah, it was good. It was good in the apple cider from there. It was so fresh. It tasted just like fresh picked apples. Where were you when we were picking our apples? I don't know. We were probably
I would say we were in Ohio or Michigan or Indiana, one of those 3 places. That's the funny part about living where we live. You can be in any of those 3 places in about an hour.
yes.
So it's been good. And so from December 2019 until now, we moved from Canada to my home in Texas and now in Arkansas. Wow. You've been moving, literally. Where in Michigan you going to be singing? Oh, hey, Kristen, where in Michigan are you going to be singing?
We are gonna be, I gotta pull it up on my phone. We're gonna be at Emmanuel Baptist Church in Ypsilanti Township, Ypsilanti. So I'm going to be doing a poster. So if you are anywhere in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan area, come out and see us. And they're doing a spaghetti dinner as well. And they're doing that to help. Rob just got excited. He didn't know about that, Michael. But they're doing a spaghetti dinner, and that is going to help raise funds that the church needs to work on some improvement projects, I think, including the parking lot at the church. So it's going to be
Oh,
fun.
cool. It's going to be a great day. That's November 18th near Ypsilanti.
That'll be awesome. Hopefully the road construction is at least getting
It
to
won't
the
be.
point. I
It
know.
won't be.
Yeah,
No.
we were talking about how it seems like up in Michigan, it's like all of the roads, it doesn't matter which road you're taking to the airport, all of the roads that lead to the airport have construction on them. So it's just one of those things. But so, Rob, what do you like to do in the fall?
Wear hoodies.
Besides wear hoodies?
I love football. This is my favorite time of year because of football and all that kind of stuff. So I love that. Of course, I love the apple cider and all that kind of stuff. Hey, Pastor Jim, good to see you. You should tell Pastor Jim we're going to be in Ypsilanti.
Yes, Michael and I are going to be singing in Ypsilanti, and that
Just
is on Saturday, November 18th at 4 o'clock.
That's awesome. It's going to be a great time. Just give me a second. I am sharing what you should talk about. There we go. So it's going to be very fun. It's we're excited about everything that's going on. Hiking. Oh, yes. I do like hiking. I like hiking now because it's less hot. We hike during the summer and it's
That's hot.
so incredibly hot. Yep, hockey. Hockey's good. I love hockey. I'm a bigger football guy. Of course, I grew up in Minnesota, so I love hockey. But it's more now for me. Football has become my thing. So awesome! I would love to meet you. So see, he's going to be there for you on the 18th.
I have you met her before? I thought maybe you did, like a while back.
I don't know. Have I?
I don't know. You meet a lot of people. I can't keep track of it. So I'm just curious. One of the things, do you, because we were talking about carving pumpkins. Yes, yes, Herb, go Lions. Yeah, that's
Yes.
about. I am so concerned that by the time Thanksgiving hits, that we're not going to be saying "Go Lions" anymore. We're going to be saying "What happened to the Lions."
No, we're not going negative this year. Oh, so Kristen has taught me that you shouldn't count on the Lions. So it's hard for me because like if the Seahawks were like the Lions and you went in the fourth quarter with the lead, you're pretty confident. She has broken my spirit, and now I worry up until the final whistle. So
Football,
oh
sweet potatoes, collards. Huh.
And I didn't know North Carolina had apples. Got to be honest with you, that they did their own apples. Because see, Washington, that's the only true state to have apples. I'm just saying. Yeah. So
Yeah. Well, so for all of you Lions fans that are still on here, we're going to have faith and believe that the Lions are actually going to have a great season.
I love Dan Campbell. I have to tell you, when I'm not cheering for the Seahawks, and Kristen will tell you this. Now, I couldn't cheer for the Lions when they played the Seahawks. I had to, I've put too many years in as a Seahawk fan. But every other game, I cheer for the Lions. And of course, I've always loved Jared Goff back when he played at Cal. So, it has been it's been fun, and it's a good team. And no, I'm not wrong. Washington apples that's Washington's fruit. I know it.
Synonymous with apples.
Yes.
Hey,
So,
Denise.
hey, Denise, how are you? I hope you're doing good. 5-1, go Lions. That's exactly it. 5-1. That's pretty neat, actually, to be honest with you. Dan Campbell is the best. Yes, I agree with you. I love Dan Campbell. See, we got it off into football. So this is awesome.
I know. I'm sitting here thinking I wanted to talk about stuff you do in the fall, and now we're just the whole football
Yeah,
is
we're talking about what we do in the fall.
yeah, football.
Yes, we do that in the fall. Of course, I play fantasy football too, so I do that. But that's about it. I mean, that and work. I have 2 jobs. I have too many jobs to just do anything else. PNW gotta. It's in my blood. Go Hawks. That's it. 12th man, whole thing. Donna understands. We are, but I got to be honest with you. I'd love to see the Lions do it.
Yes, you're right. Football is in the fall, so it
Yep.
does correlate, but in my mind when I was thinking about fall, I was thinking about things like,
Pumpkins.
pumpkins and apple pie and hot apple cider and raking leaves. I don't know. And now we're talking about football.
Pumpkins.
Yeah. Well, I think people still want to talk about football. That's what everybody is talking about. So, hey, if you are on here or if you watch it on the replay, let us know who is your favorite football team. It can be your favorite college football team, your favorite pro football team, or both.
See, that was one of the greatest things when I moved here that I was super excited about, because then I got to cheer for Ohio State, and they have the best team money can buy. So.
Uh-huh.
Oh, hey, listen, we want to talk to you about our podcast. We're in season 2 of the Abundance Show. If you click on that, or not click on it, how do you do that?
You scan it.
You scan it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you take your phone's camera and then it reads it and you click on it and it brings up our page. And if you scroll down just a little bit, you'll hear our most recent podcast.
That's awesome.
So
we're in season 2. And putting my garden to bed.
Oh, so sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. That's why I got off that one in a hurry. Alabama Roll Tide, RTR. So that's always good.
No,
I have to say that because I'm on a radio station in Alabama, so I have to say that. Haven't lost yet. Who hasn't lost yet? I missed that.
Michigan.
Oh, I have real serious issues with that one, so I won't even use their name. Yes, I can't even. I grew up in Minnesota. We hated Michigan there. I moved to Ohio. They disliked Michigan. I felt like I was home. So, but actually, I'm a University of Washington Huskies fan. If you're doing college pro, I like the Seahawks. I do. I love the Hawks. Love Detroit now that I live near here and can see them play on a regular basis. They really are a good team. College is definitely the Huskies. Fascinated by the Georgia Bulldogs, always have been. And that's probably, and of course, got to plug the University of Alabama because we carry a lot of the stuff for University of Alabama on the radio station. So, yeah.
So what do you think about the expansion of the Big Ten?
I love it because it brings the University of Washington into a division where Ohio State didn't want to play us. Hey, Ohio State, now you got to, because we're here, University of Washington, and we're going to be here. Tar Heels, yep, and Tar Heels have got a good team this year. Vicky, your May, I forget his first name, the quarterback, he is really good, and who knows, maybe we should start a sports show here, Facebook Live Sports.
We could. It would be fun.
It would be. This is a lot of fun. But yes, so it is this time of year. I love football. Of course, the end of my wife loves baseball. And so we talked last night. She was editing the show for tomorrow, which we should plug. Tuesday night, 8 p.m., the Rob and Kristen show on Abundant TV. Now, Abundant TV is not here. This is Facebook. Or this is
YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube.
If you're watching there, or LinkedIn, if you're watching on my personal LinkedIn page. This is not Abundant TV. Abundant TV is real easy to find if you've got a Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, or
just go to your mobile device's app store and download our app, the Abundant TV app. It's free. And then you can just watch it on your favorite mobile device.
Yep, you can. She's
what do y'all talk about on podcasts? My husband and I preach on Internet Radio Network, WOTG, Heaven's Rain Ministry. We actually, it depends upon the week. We are, it is Bible study is what it is. And it just depends on the week. I don't have anything in particular. I think the first week of season, we've been in 2 Kings a lot, but the first week of season 2, it was Empty Vessels. And then the one that just posted today, you called it We Three Kings, right? Yeah, that is also in 2 Kings. It's not really a Christmas podcast. Rob was really clever when he named it. So
yes. Hey, Charlene.
Hey, Charlene.
And she loved music. She loved baseball too. I'm sorry, I'm getting behind. And so yes, we love our podcast. It is so much fun. It gives us a chance for Kristen to really, really get in there and teach, and I get to make funny statements. So you need
I do a little bit of teaching on the Rob and Kristen show at the end, but it's really not a lot of time for me to jump into it. So that's why we do the podcast, do a little bit deeper. Hey, Charlene. Hey, I want to just give a shout out to Charlene. I watched your show that had Destiny on it. It was really great. I love it. So I don't remember if that was just the ones. I thought you guys just recorded those here recently, but if you're not watching God's View, make sure that you're watching God's View. Rob, when are they on? Monday through Friday?
Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time.
It's a great show. And then obviously they were on tonight because I was watching them.
They're on Monday nights at 7 p.m.
Monday nights at 7 p.m. or Monday through Friday in the morning.
Yep. So yes, great show. We love Charlene. God's View. It is incredible. Great show. We love all of them, and they're just great, godly women. So
we have, if you weren't on here earlier, we've got a new show coming up October 28th, Boundaries with Megan DeVito, and that is going to be premiering Saturday, October 28th at 10 o'clock a.m.
Exclusively for Abundant TV.
So
yeah.
Thanks for checking out our podcast. I love that.
That would be awesome. Thank you. And share with friends and neighbors, countrymen, anything like that. So yes. Yes, you're a great team. You have just a fantastic team, Charlene.
And Charlene, it doesn't seem to matter who you get to fill in. All of your shows are good.
Yep.
It doesn't matter who you have on. They're all great, and you have such great flow. So that's really awesome.
Well, that's because Charlene's a pro and she knows how to get everybody in there. Good night,
Hey, thanks
Herb.
for stopping by, Herb.
And we'll see you the 18th. Oh, hold on. My Alexis is talking to me. Hold on. Shush, Alexis. Alexis, do you find me handsome?
We can't hear it, so.
Didn't say anything. No, she didn't say anything. That was the problem. How sad is that? Even Alexis doesn't think I'm handsome. So that is awesome. We are together in the body of Christ. That is so true. That is it. And we are so blessed. We've got some great people who watch every week, and we are truly humbled by that. Every day, every day we've watched Abundant TV grow, and it's humbling to watch it move and go forward. Oh, that's smart. That is really smart. Yes, that is. See, Charlene thinking. Charlene is the master of social media. She's got it down all the time. I watch her stuff and I go, "That's really smart." And we think you're amazing. So we truly are blessed having you as a friend, Charlene.
Well, Rob, nobody ever answered my question. Maybe one or two people did because you were so busy talking about football.
Well, we can ask
So,
again.
Nah, nobody cares enough. Nobody wants to talk about fall. I love fall.
Well,
I walk out and it's not hot anymore.
I love fall too.
Oh, Charlene, we love you guys.
So I love fall. I love how the leaves crunch under your feet.
Yes.
I love the smell of like fireplaces. Not that we do it, but other people have fireplaces that they do. We haven't gotten ours cleaned, so we're not doing that. We do not want a house fire. Beautiful colors.
The beautiful colors. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And that's the one thing I have to tell you I love about fall is the trees just look like they're amazing. And the one thing I love about being here in Ohio, see, being from the evergreen state of Washington, we didn't have some trees changed, but most of our trees stayed green, hence the evergreen state. And so when it came here and how I'd forgotten as a kid living in Minnesota, I'd forgotten how wonderful fall is. And it's just super, super beautiful here in Ohio. Hey, Charlene, bless you. Have a great one. And we will see you soon. Okay.
And Charlene, we'd love to have you on sometime.
Yes. Yes. Let's plan that. Let's put that together. Send me a private message and we'll have you on one of these Monday nights. She probably is already gone.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm sorry, Charlene. I'll send her a text so that she can. Oh, anyway, hey, I want to do this again because nope, she's there. She said goodbye, so she heard me. That's going to be awesome. We're excited about that. So we'll have her on. Hey, I want to plug this again because we're super excited about our podcast.
I'm so excited to be back in it. Those couple months off that we took during the summer were great because we had a lot of things to do, but it's really nice to be back recording the podcast and recording the Rob and Kristen show. I love being back doing ministry and having fun, showing people that, especially on the Rob and Kristen show, you can have fun and still be a Christian. You can laugh and still be a Christian. Everything doesn't have to be 100% serious 100% of the time. So, yes, I see your face. I'm sure everybody else does too.
Oh, I have so much fun. And Kristen does an amazing job, really does, of leading us with the word. Kristen has a great gift for teaching, and that's the part. I am just the guy there to kind of direct traffic. That's my job.
No.
So, and we missed Pastor Larry. Somebody should tag him.
Oh, he didn't stop by tonight. He
No,
almost always stops by.
I know.
Oh. Well, Pastor Larry, if you watch us on replay, leave us a comment.
Yes, because we missed you, buddy. We miss you, man. So we need to have him on too. That would be a fun one
Yes.
because
Yes, we
Pastor
should.
Larry, he's a lot of fun to have on, and
Mhm.
we're truly honored. Pastor Larry's on every Monday through Friday at 1:30 Eastern time and 6:30 Eastern time, Monday through Friday. And so we really love Pastor Larry and look forward to him and his show every day, Monday through Friday on Abundant TV. Okay, so tell me what you love about fall.
I love burning candles and the smell of the fall candles, like the pumpkin cinnamon and apple pie and apple cider. I like that it's not really super hot. I love all of the seasons. I think that's one of the reasons why I've never moved out of Northwest Ohio because you get all of the seasons and you get the nice cold weather in the winter that a lot of people complain about, but and the snow, and you get the nice weather in the summer. You have the springtime where everything just feels new and fresh, and then in the fall it's nice coming out of a hot summer. I
Yep.
love the changes of all of the seasons. And I don't know, carving pumpkins is something that we used to do as a kid. Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think of that. That's true. That's true. Thanksgiving is awesome. I love gravy. Oh, my
I was
wife
gonna
didn't
start
believe me.
another they're gonna start another whole conversation. Rob's favorite thing, food.
Yes, but you didn't believe me before we got married that I love gravy. Yeah, the mountains are beautiful. North Carolina mountains are beautiful in the fall. I love gravy though. Just gonna say that. I can just eat it just by itself, like drink it.
That's gross.
She freaked out the first time. I was like, ooh, I could get like a dinner roll. And she's like, what? Yeah.
Well, see, I don't eat gravy on anything. I don't eat gravy. And so when Rob's like, literally in our pantry the other day, I was going through some things and organizing it, and I pulled out a turkey gravy from Thanksgiving. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. I don't know. And I said, "Oh no, it just expired like a couple days ago." And he said, "Well, we're gonna have to use it soon. I've got to have something where I can eat this gravy on." I'm like, "That's gross."
Oh, no. I'm gonna get some biscuits.
Okay.
Biscuits and turkey gravy. Ooh, that does sound good, actually. Sounds really good. Maybe like a
No.
midnight snack.
So anyway, one of the things that we used to do when we were kids, is we used to carve pumpkins. Did you ever do that?
We did. And you'll have to watch tomorrow night to find out.
Yes.
My mother wouldn't let me use a sharp knife. So you'll have to watch their show tomorrow night to get the whole thing behind why my mother wouldn't let me have a sharp knife.
But we used to carve pumpkins, and we used to eat the pumpkins. Mom would roast the pumpkin seeds that we would take out of the carved pumpkin. Anybody else do that? Roast and eat the pumpkin seeds, or is it just us? I don't
I,
do it
I
I
didn't do
don't
it,
do it.
but I do love going back to Joe's thing. I love French gravy on French fries, not ketchup with it, but yeah. No, I
Uh,
never did that. My mom didn't. Big bowl of mashed potatoes with gravy. Yeah. Yeah, Donna.
no, no, just butter.
No, pumpkin pie. Yes, love
Yes.
pumpkin pie.
It's
Yep,
the only
that was
time, though, that I wanna eat pumpkin pie is in the fall. I don't wanna eat pumpkin pie in the winter or in the spring or in the summer. Other times of the year, I eat that stuff, but pumpkin pie can only be in the fall.
and from Costco.
No, I can make pumpkin pie.
But Costco's is really awesome, isn't it?
Are you saying Costco's is better than mine?
I've never had yours. Ha 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 ha. So
No,
I would
I
know.
think Oh no, you're right. You haven't had mine because a couple of years ago my mom made pumpkin pie.
Yes. So I've never had yours, but
Mhm.
it being from the Northwest, the home of Costco, that we love our pumpkin pie from Costco, and that's where we get our pumpkin pie from. It's just a tradition.
I have never had sweet potato pie.
I had it
Never.
once. I had it once at a very famous restaurant in Alabama that was famous for it, and I'll tell you that I really didn't like it. It just
So, what do you like about the sweet potato pie, Joe? I'm just curious because I've never had it. So, what makes it something that because I love sweet potatoes. So, and I love the sweet potato souffle, with the brown sugar and the butter and not the stuff with the marshmallows, but the other thing. So I'm just curious. Maybe I would like sweet potato pie. I don't know. So thanks for
covered,
stopping by,
uh,
Michael.
definitely pumpkin pie with covered with. Yes, there we go. Have a great night, Joe. Oh, yeah. See, we've gone from need to try sweet potato pie. So good.
But
See, I
what
didn't like.
makes it good? Why do I want to try it? Loretta, marshmallows are required with sweet potato casserole.
Yes, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
See this
Marshmallows with anything sweet potatoes.
but see, this is why there's a difference. There's the sweet potato casserole and there's a sweet potato souffle. So the sweet potato casseroles has, the sweet potatoes in it with the marshmallows, but the sweet potato souffle has it mixed. You actually get out your mixer and you mash the sweet potatoes with your mixer and you mix it with the butter and the brown sugar and pecans. And it's
Pecans.
it's really good. So,
Coconut flakes. Well, see, I can't do coconut flakes because we'll be going to the hospital because I'm allergic.
right.
So that one will not be happening.
Good night, Joe. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Well, I guess if you're watching this on the replay, tell us what is your favorite thing about fall, or we seem to be talking about pies too. I can't wait. When we get more towards Thanksgiving, we're going to talk about your favorite Thanksgiving things. Hey,
Yes.
maybe we should do that as a top 5 on the Rob and Kristen show.
I like that. I like that idea. And I love this. This will be our first year of doing this live during the holidays.
Mhm.
So this is
Yeah,
going to be fun.
I
Who knows?
forgot.
Maybe we'll sit together in a room with a tree behind us.
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see how that works. Because we've never done that. Pumpkin spice. I didn't see what it was. Pumpkin spice rolls.
So what's a pumpkin spice roll?
I don't
What does
know.
it have in it? Does it have cream cheese in it? Is that the one that's got the cream cheese in it?
I don't know. I've never had that, but that
It
sounds
sounds
interesting.
good. It sounds really good.
Michelle makes
Yes.
these.
See, Michael knows. The souffle. She makes the souffle from scratch. See, he knows.
Wow. So it
Okay.
is. Well,
I bet I would like that.
if it's got cream cheese in it, I'm thinking that's a good thing. Because what would like really make it good is if they drizzled like brown sugar over top of it. Then, yeah.
So am I going to be doing a Thanksgiving, an Abundant TV Thanksgiving special with cooking pies or cooking different Thanksgiving recipes?
I think that would be awesome. Rolled in walnuts. Oh,
Hmm,
that does sound good. I love
really
walnuts.
does.
I love walnuts. Oh, but I don't know. I love this time of year because it's time for family. It's time for us to get together with family, and there's always good food. And of course, being a pastor's kid, food and fellowship, that makes everything better.
Mhm.
I think.
Well, anything with food with you makes everything better.
Everything better. Everything. You can't beat it. So I can't believe we've been on almost an hour. Can you?
I can't.
And
And
I know you got,
I
yep,
was going to
you got,
say, unfortunately, I'm going to have to call it a night here in a few minutes because I have got a few hours worth of legal work left to do.
yep. So Donna
So,
likes the Thanksgiving show idea. We'll probably start taping like next week then, because it takes hours of work to do that. It's I can sense that we'll be into something. You would love Michelle's homemade pumpkin cupcakes.
oh,
I love
I'm
I
sure
love
I would,
pumpkin.
Michael. I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever tasted anything of Michelle's that I've disliked. So I'm pretty positive I would like it.
So well, listen, guys, we appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for watching. We want to thank Megan DeVito for being with us at the start of the show. We're going to tie that in a little bit more. You're going to see more guests on the show. Not always guests that are having shows on the network, but we will do that. But we'll some of our friends and things like that that we'd love to share with you that we just don't have time on Abundant TV to have on our show because it is only a half hour and I talk for the first 15 minutes.
That's the truth. So when we do our top 5, Rob takes 5 minutes to tell one story.
Hey, we love you guys. We will talk to you next week here on Rob and Kristen Live.
Have a good night.
Good night.